This is Cottage Farms' #1 annual, which says a lot. Every year, people wait for the Cottage Farms beautiful SunPatiens, and this is a collection that you love so much that we're bringing it back in these colors, where you get a beautiful rose glow that you see right here. So it's a rose glow, then you have your lilac, and we just showed you that gorgeous hot coral. Whoever at Cottage Farms dreamed up this color palette, I could just kiss them. I mean, it is the prettiest combo.
Oh, I love them. We call them the tropical because it does give you that feeling of being on vacation. And you said it, already. These are our #1 best-selling annual, and for a reason. The only complaint I ever hear about them is I didn't buy enough.
Yeah.
You buy them for the first time, you think, well, I'm just gonna try them. And then once you get them home, you think, I wanted that hedge. I wanted to have that pink flowering hedge. Why didn't I buy more? So this is one of those plants that is an annual, so it gives its all in one season. So a lot of people always ask me, well, how many plants are in there? That's one plant. One plant, one plant.
So
this
basically,
season.
This is what you're getting for 3 easy payments of $866, and we're going to ship them to you for free. $866 a plant. And this is a plant that gives its all, which means it's gonna bloom early and it's gonna still have blooms on it when the trick-or-treaters come.
Absolutely. My phone screen just reminded me of my kids in their Halloween costumes with SunPatiens in front of them. It is such a fun memory and so easy.
Now, in the world of SunPatiens, in everything in life, right? There's a good, better, best, most extraordinary. Why are Cottage Farm SunPatiens the ones that people wait for? Instead of thinking like, oh, maybe I'll go down to the local nursery, like, why is this your #1 annual? What are you guys doing differently?
Well, what we are doing is we are first setting you up with a bigger plant, so a bigger root ball. And let me just squeeze this one. So when you are taking a plant out of the pot, a little 101, you want to squeeze the plastic to loosen those roots. Because if it's like our plants, they're going to have lots of roots. They are growing and healthy and ready to go. We are setting you up with a bigger plant to start. So that's #1. What does that mean for you? Well, you'll get flowers earlier and you'll get bigger plants, because this is what you get at home. Within about 4 weeks, boom, it's
Wait,
this.
within 4 weeks? And I just want everyone to know all the flowers that you're seeing right here, these are all real. This is really how they're growing. 4 weeks. This became this, thank you. And then when am I gonna see this? Although, if you stopped here at 4 weeks, I'd still be happy.
I'd be happy too.
I'd be like, well, that's a really pretty plant on my deck. I'll take it. Like, that's pretty, right? When does it get to be just one big mass of flowers?
So of course it depends on where you live, because y'all down in the South will get your plants before we will. But I typically like to say around that 4th of July party. If you're hosting 4th of July or a couple weeks or a week or two after that, you're getting your full 2 feet wide. SunPatiens get 2 feet wide. That's for us here in the North. Okay. For you in the South, they could even get a little bigger.
So these are actually more of a compact SunPatien as well, right?
Yes, they are. So which means that their habit is always going to be really nice. Some of our SunPatiens are jumbo. These are our normal size, nice, happy SunPatiens. Here you see all three planted in one container, which I think is beautiful. Yeah. You can put SunPatiens in containers. SunPatiens, let's just quickly cover, if you think you're hearing us say impatiens, or maybe you've grown impatiens in the past, those are a full shade plant. These are the newer breeding technology of SunPatiens, which means super disease resistance, beautiful habit, bloom power, and they can go in the sun or the shade. So a lot of people said, well, I love my impatiens, but I want to put them in the sun. Yeah. That's where I have my pool. That's where I enjoy my, drinks out on the patio, and that's where I want my color. So that's why we love SunPatiens.
All right, you're getting all 3 of them, 3 easy payments of $866 with free shipping and handling, and it is a beautiful color combo of that rose glow, your lilac, that hot coral. Ooh, and lots of people are picking up more than one set. Brian, how many have now been ordered? In this show alone, 2,000 have been ordered for the day, almost 4,000. Wow. So grab them while you can. I frankly was a little surprised that we had them in the show, because our true kickoff to garden happens 1 week from today, February 1st, where we're starting to see all of our full garden shows. I thought you guys were going to maybe hold them for that day. The fact that we are giving you the #1 annual now means you, if you're lucky enough to be watching right now, you have first dibs, basically. You're reserving yours now. We'll ship them to you at the time that's right for you. But this is a case where the early bird really does get the worm, because if you want this set that has been so popular, now is the time to reserve it. I love sitting at home, watching QVC or going on QVC.com and kind of dreaming of what my garden's going to look like.
Me too.
And then we ship to you for free, which means no dirt in your car.
Yes.
And you don't have to worry, is it too early or too late to plant?
Yep.
We'll send them to you when it's exactly right for you based on your address.
Yes. And I love that so many of you have gotten these. One of the things that I do with my SunPatiens is, and I also put them in containers, but I actually put mine in the ground. And I love them in the ground because I can create that living hedge. And it's a really small little hedge, but it's what I want people to come, and when they come to my front door is where I want that pow of color.
Yeah.
And that's where I use annuals.
You know, when you talk about hedges, I want you to look at this picture. Many years ago, I went to a baby shower at Mary Beth Rowe's house. And when we went in the backyard, and that's where she was holding the shower, it was the first time I'd ever been to Mary Beth's house. I was kind of new here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'd never seen anything. I felt like I just walked into a botanical garden, like SunPatiens everywhere. It looked like it should be in a magazine. And I remember saying to her, like, and I wasn't really I really wasn't a gardener then. I didn't know much about plants. I didn't know what a SunPatient was, honestly. And she said that her husband, Mark, bought Cottage Farms SunPatiens. And that's what he did. He just bought a lot of sets every year. And it was just a cascade of flowers in that backyard. I'll never forget it. And that's the first time I had ever really seen SunPatiens in the wild that I knew what I was looking at. And of course, they were Cottage Farms to this day. You know, they're still picking up Cottage Farms. 3 easy payments of $8.66 with free shipping and handling. It is the easiest way to do a wow. The #1 annual from Cottage Farms and one of the most prolific bloomers on all of QVC. Over 4,500 ordered today. 2,500 just in this show, with another 800 people on the lines. Go to QVC.com and start ordering. That's a nice way to